Beginning at the National Trust car park in the tiny hamlet of Watendlath, this route to Ullscarf heads up the steep side of the valley and turns south in the direction of Bhutan. Watendlath Fell is passed, followed by a short detour to Crags, before the path heads south again, over Standing Crag to the 726 metre summit of Ullscarf. The route down heads north over high and low saddle and then across the pathless moor to Bhutan. After fording Bhutan Gill, the route heads back down to Watendlath via the same route as used in the ascent. Watendlath is a tiny hamlet about 5 miles south of the ever-popular tourist hotspot of Keswick and is owned by the National Trust. It sits at a height of 263 metres above sea level, making the ascent up to the highest peaks around the valley minimal. A large National Trust car park at the end of the road into the valley marks the very start of the trail, which leaves the hamlet right at the entrance to the car park along Ray's Gill. The path begins the steep but short ascent up the side of the valley, with some lovely views down into the valley and to Watendlath Tarn. The tarn covers an area of 7 acres and has a maximum depth of 17 metres. As you turn south and follow the bridle path past Rough Knot and Robinbank Crag, there is an option to branch off southeast, which begins as a path and fades out as height is gained. Continue southeast to the corner of the fence on the summit of Watendlath Fell. This allows for views over Bhutan and the skyline, which will be traversed later on the walk. After heading southeast along an excessively boggy and wet fence line, there is a short detour to the 558 metre summit of Crags. This peak is listed as a Burkett Fell and offers dramatic views north over Launchy Gill to Armboth Fell, High Tove, the Thelmere Valley and to Blencathra. Heading south from Crags, the path follows the fence to the base of Standing Crag, a dramatic face of rock that looks impenetrable except for a weak spot on its eastern side. A narrow grassy gully leads up the side of the crag with a few rocky sections, allowing access to the 611 metre peak and its views over Bhutan to Borrowdale. Navigation is far more easy from this point, as the fence is followed south, then southwest, to the 726 metre Wainwright summit of Ullscarf. Even though the mountain is surrounded by moorland, the upper plateau is surprisingly dry underfoot, and the views extend for miles in all directions. The fell sits closest to the geographical centre of the Lake District National Park, but it's probably one of the quietest peaks to walk up. Heading north off the summit and turning left at the fence, there is a faint path that branches off over High Saddle and along the ridge to Low Saddle. These twin peaks are both listed as Birkett Fells and overlook the Borrowdale and Watendlath valleys. From the 656 metre summit of Low Saddle, the next mile is nearly completely pathless, but the goal is always in sight. Aim north for the outflow of Bhutan, keeping slightly right to follow the crest of a grassy ridge. Once you arrive down at the outflow, there are a few stepping stones to cross Bhutan Gill, and on the other side of the stream there is a guidepost indicating the way to follow. Head up to the bridle path, which heads northeast along part of Bhutan Gill, and then skirts the rim of the valley, back round to Robin Bank Crag, Rough Knot, and then down the steep path used in the ascent from Watendlath.